Great folks, this is BlackWeasel, and today is my One Piece viewing of chapter 916. The name of the chapter is called A Great Sumo Match in a Well-Known Country. And we have a weekly jump cover of Luffy devouring a big-ass cheeseburger. And the funny thing today, I had myself a cheeseburger myself with no cheese on it. It has lettuce, bacon, tomatoes, pickles, some good sauce. I think there's a promo from McDonald's, which they had that going on. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm hungry because I already had some good food before. So let's go ahead and get right to it. It's a great sumo match in a one-known country. And we have a One Piece wallpaper of a stylish summer. But basically, it's the end of summer. Like, it really is. Today's the 31st of August, which I'm making this video. Tomorrow will be technically September, so the last day of the official day of fall. Luffy hitting a watermelon, Sanji smoking a cigarette. Zoro is eating sushi. Zoro's eating noodles. Alright. The chapter begins when Yokozuna's hair gets chopped off by Kiku. He looks stunned, and the underlings look on. Okay. And then one of the guys said, not only did Hiroshima get dumped, his top knot was cut off too. So he has to deal with 2 1-2 punches at the same time. Him being rejected and his top knot being cut off. And Kiku puts her sword back on, and Yokozuna Hiroshima starts to cry. Tears up a little bit. And he yells out, "Oh Kiku, so you betrayed me." And he looks so very pissed. And then the other people look on and he says, "Whoa, he looks like a demon." And Kiku says, "Yeah, why do I do that in front of so many people?" And Kiku says, "Please forgive me, Lord Hiroshima." And then one of the guys said, "Oh no, that's Stantis. He's preparing his Equinox Heretic. When he uses it, his opponents go flying." And Kiku said, but he's not the type of man to use it on a woman. But Hiroshima looks really pissed off. And then translation says, Hirata is open palm strike, aim at the face. Closed fists are banned in sumo. Huh. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. But a closed fist, if that happens, you're basically dealing with hundreds of pounds of fist going towards each other's faces. For heavyweight boxers, the average weight, some of the boxers they used to weigh between less than 230 pounds, like between 210 and 230 pounds, and they do it at a great strength. Meanwhile, sumo wrestlers, they tend to weigh over 300 pounds, so that's a big difference. So Hiroshima yells out, "Die, you low-class inferior woman!" And Kiku yells like, "Yeah!" And Luffy jumps into the rescue as usual, and he says, "Gumu Gumu no!" Supari. Looks like Luffy uses a new attack. In the translation, it's a sumo term, a form of karate. A series of oval palm strikes towards the face, neck, or upper body can be fatal. Really? Anyways, Luffy connects his palm strike with Hiroshima's, and definitely connected. But what happens is that they push each other almost off the match, the boundaries. So both of them are yelling out, "Whoa!" and they try hard to keep their balance. And both of them got skid. And then one of the person look on. He says the Yokozuna was, and one person says, who is that guy? And Hiroshima says, don't. One of the persons tells Hiroshima, don't falter, Yokozuna. And Luffy is all too close. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And Hiroshima and Luffy both hold on. And Kiku yells out, you can do it, Luffy Taru. And both of them manage to hang on. And one person yells out, they're both safe. And so both of them says, phew. And Hiroshima yells out, what is your relation to Okiku? And what the hell did you do to block my karate? And Hiroshima says, get out of my way. If I don't rip Okiku limb from limb, my honor will be tainted. Oh, that's messed up. That person he likes to immediately he dislikes. And Luffy says, alright. My bad, I thought I heard something. Anyways, Luffy says, alright, I'll let you do that, but only if you can beat me. And Yokozuna says, what? And Luffy says, let's sumo wrestler. I'm great at it after all. And we have a character reintroduction of the pirate and sumo wrestler aspirant, Luffy no Yumi, finding record a complete victory over Usopp. That's funny. And some of the people in the stands says, and one person yells out, what's that guy thinking? He'll be killed. And Hiroshima yells out, get out of my way. And Hiroshima uses a move called Buddhist Hirati. And Luffy elegantly dodges the attacks. Hup, 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 hup. And then one person yells out, hey. Another person says, he's pretty agile. And one person said, he's able to dodge Hiroshima's Hirati. And one person says, wahaha, good luck, you little shrimp. And another person says, you won't win if you keep running away. And Hiroshima uses a move called Ear Splitter, and then Luffy dodges out of the way as usual. And Hiroshima uses a move called Eye Crusher, and Luffy yells out, hey, aren't those against the rules? Oh, one thing I realized, Luffy is using his observation haki to predict those movements. That's why he's not being damaged. Look, Luffy, he really did get stronger after all when he fought against Katakuri. It's like Zoro fighting against Mr. One. Like, it was a close fight back in Alabasta, but Zoro won, and he was able to unlock his haki. And Luffy says, oh well, whatever. And he stretched. And he's getting ready to stretch his arm because since Hiroshima broke the rules, then Luffy might as well. And then Hiroshima looks on, and the scene changes towards at a palace or a Japanese house, like an elegant house. One person yells out, Master, hold him. And another person says, and the guy says, the Master hold him, said, a woman cut off the Yokozuna's top knot. And another person says, it's caused a huge uproar. And Hold'em says, and what the hell do you want me to do about it? And Master Hold'em says, right now, I'm busy right now. I'm trying to pinch this kid's cheek off. And Otama starts crying. She says, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. Please forgive me. I'll give back your baboon. Please stop. And then, yeah, Master Hold'em says, you mentioned the Kozuki family earlier, didn't you? You shouldn't cling to the dead. 20 years ago, the Kozuki family was planning to destroy this country. They were nothing but a family of evil. Huh. Really? Not, well, these guys are pirates. They'll say anything to make their cause look good, so... Anyways, the scene changes, and, yeah, here's Bippo talking with Law. And Bippo says, I think I'm gonna die, Captain. And Law yells out, not to tell you not to eat the fish from the river. Why would you do that at a time like this? And the scene changes towards Basil Hawkins. Oh, here he is. And he says, and he's talking on a Denden Mushi towards somebody, and he says, Hawkins says he'll have a straw hat around his neck. Don't lay a hand on him. You're no match for him. And then Hawkins says, I'm heading that way now. I wonder where is he going. Anyways, the scene goes back, and the scene changes, and one person says, "What is that thing?" And one woman says, "I wonder what could it be." And one person says, "Move, you shrimp." Okiku's actions are unforgivable. That's what Hiroshima is saying. And Hiroshima also says she rejected the honor of marrying and obeying a samurai. She completely insulted me. I'm going to crack her skull open to set an example for others. Wow, that's really brutal. He's brutal like Jack. And as Luffy yells out, "Man, you're so loud. I already told you that you can do whatever you want." And Luffy says, but you won't be able to beat me. And the Yokozuna is becoming a little bit frustrated. And Hiroshima says, "What'd you say? I'm this country's #1." And he gets interrupted by Luffy. And he says, "I am the man who will be the Pirate King." Yep. And Luffy uses an attack called Gomu Gomu no Giant Supari. And Hiroshima has a real surprised face on him. And Luffy's hand has become the hand of a giant. And he smashes the shit out of Hiroshima. And since that was a flat strike, of course this results in shockwave, Shapari, and then three guys are really feeling the impact. Hiroshima loses a tooth, and Okiku looks on, and he really gets sent flying. And the guys look on, and one of them yells out, "Whoa!" And one person yells out, "Yokozuna!" And another person said, "Hiroshima was blown away." And one person says, "You gotta be joking. He shouldn't have lost such a little shrimp." And one person said, "Wah!" And one person says, "Huh?" And one person yells, points towards Zoro, and he says, "He's that magistrate murderer." And one person says, "He's Zoro Jono." And Zoro says, "So what?" And one person gets scared, and he yells out, "Yeah!" Ugh. And another person says, "Don't tell me he's also part of that group." With that strong female swordsman and that little sumo wrestling a little shrimp. And one person yells out, "What is up with these guys?" And Luffy yells out, "Hey, call the boss of this town over here." And Luffy says, "We came here to take Tama back." And the spectators have become scared, and one of them yells out, "Wow, they're dangerous." And then the person yells out, "They're the rebels." And so, of course, there are shenanigans happening right now, and one person says, "Go get them," and another person says, "Tama is that kid that Master Hold'em caught." And the guy, these guys are obviously gifters because one of them has a rabbit's face on his torso. And another person says, "I dare you to try and take her back." back. And Kiku says, what should I do? And Zoro says, stop spacing out. I'm not going to watch your back. And Kiku kept her mouth shut. And Luffy kicks the crap out of one person, and he says, call him out here right now. And Kiku says, should I cut them? And Zoro yells out, slice through them if you want to save Tama. And Kiku says, I do want to save her. And she yells out, wait for me, Tama. And Zoro finally jumps into the action. And he yells out, if you don't call your boss over here, none of you are getting out of this alive. And so he starts to slaughter all of the people, and all of them are yelling out in pain, like, yeah. And he's gotten so strong that he is able to cut off someone's sword, just like what Mihawk did, who cut off Zoro's sword. And Luffy asks, what's your boss's name? And the guy says, hold them. You know, Luffy yells out, come out of here, whole pig. If you don't anything to Tama, I'll never forgive you. And somebody yells out, there's a fire. And one person says, call the firefighters. And Hold'em yells out from the top of the tower, and he says, if you're looking for the boss, here I am. I am Hold'em. Yeah, there really is a play on cards. Texas Hold'em. And Luffy looks on, and the people yell out, Master Hold'em. And Luffy says, so you finally showed up. And Hold'em says, I really didn't have a choice, did I? And Thomas says, Hold'em says, how dare you destroy my house with all of your sumo wrestling? And the tiger in his stomach is holding up Tama. And Tama yells out, big bro. And Luffy says, yells out, Tama. And Kiku says, oh, Tama. And someone yells out, Urashima threw towards us, and now my house is in ruins. And another person yells out, what hole did you people crawl out of? And then Hold'em says, you lot who are pointing your swords this way, are you subordinates of that thief Shutemaru? And Hold'em says, I guess you want to rescue this kid, but I suggest not moving another inch. I could crush her with these jaws at a moment's notice. And Thomas says, big bro. She reminds me of Nanako from Persona 4. Like, she says big bro, even though Luffy's not related towards him. Same thing how the main character is mainly basically a cousin. And Luffy says his stomach is a lion. And the scene, and someone says on Addendum Mushi that as of now, Master Hold'em is, and someone says, we're almost to the entrance of Bakura Town. And one person says, Captain Hawkins. One person says towards the law that Captain Hawkins just arrived at the entrance, and there's a fire raging through the town. And Law says, huh? And Law says, Captain, don't leave me behind. And Luffy says, I'm going to save you, Tama. And Master Hold'em says, I don't plan on returning her, you dumbass. And Hawkins looks really pissed. It's a really good chapter. I can't believe it. Law has a bounty of 500 million berries, while Basil Hawkins has a bounty of 320 million berries as well. But this fight will be really unique because it's two guys of the worst generation going up against each other. Law will really have to fight against Basil Hawkins, but what sets the worst generation apart is how they determine they are to become Pirate King. And so Luffy will obviously fight against Master Hold'em. So that's the end of chapter 916.